Hello, this is short introduction for the course, and this could be also the valuable for whom are going to start working for the course without extra info session, which is kept always in the start. But this course is open whole year, but there is a certain kind of arrangements which you should be aware of. So I go through a little bit backgrounding, and I hope that you get the basic idea, and if you can survive you can start up if you are in a correct schedule. But let's look at how the things are done inside this course, project management and the practices. So main idea for this course is to train students to understand what is to be work as a junior project manager in the software domain. So if you are going to be someday working in companies which are dealing with software development or service implementations, all kind of support activities around the software and service domain, so that's the place where you should be aware of the way of working in a project. So project working is quite many of us have been somehow working in some general project, but in software development there is a certain kind of concepts and methods which you should be aware of. And those methods and concepts are giving some kind of a background to understand how the service is deployed or how it's developed by the teams which are building the software from the scratch or tuning up some service to be someday for the customer use. So there is several things which are common for the software, but also somehow they are very natural, transferable for the general projects. But I think that there is several things which you have to know. Actually, there is, as an example, there could be like agile development or thinking of the sprints and thinking of the tasking and sharing the task inside a team, and certain kind of review practices which are giving backbone for the software development, and that makes it a little bit different than general project management in a real life. But let's see how you figure out when you are doing this course, and you can find the things that what is a little bit different if you have already some background. But let's look at how the arrangements are done. So the course is hanging in this web page. All material for the course is available freely. You can open always the pages and read about what's there. So the whole material package is always visible to outside world. So there is no problem on that. There is some material also for agile project management, but it's more like giving the hunch of that. But we are basically focusing on this course to set up the basic concepts only, not so much about agile itself, but some elements are there as a part of your assignment. When you are doing your studies, you can read about the material, but main idea for you is that you have to go through the assignment and several exercises. So you have such a kind of case study about a company called CodeMinds Ltd, and you will be working there as a junior project manager. And your task in that company, in this case study, is that you are arranging team to work for the certain project, and your major tasks are start up the documentation and set up the environment for the team and make some kind of estimated budget for the project and write out a little bit the requirement specification about the case what you are going to implement. But there is no any kind of implementation or coding in this course. It's mainly based on the situation that you have to be aware of what project manager has to do first before the project starts. So you are doing the ramp up phase for the project. And how this is possible, it's possible in a way that you will be fulfilling several template documents. You will try out to figure which information is needed to put in where there is several documents which you have to deal with, and you will fulfill those documents by using the data or information which is provided by this assignment. There is assignment which is openly readable for everyone, but if you want to do this exercise, you have to activate your training environment. So we are using actually the GitLab tool to make the possibility to implement this kind of exercise environment. So you will fulfill all documents by using GitLab as your tool. So there is no Word or Google Docs kind of documents. It's only GitLab and a specific markdown language or syntax which you are using for to write your documents. We are also giving you the template documents which you are going to use as a foundation for your own documentation, but you will update those according to this assignment, which is which data which you are having here in this page. You have to figure out which is needed in which document. So you have to make a little bit digging inside and transfer current information in the format of the document. Sounds crazy, but it's actually very handy. When you have been done several exercises, you will understand a little bit more how we are doing the exercises. So you can find all these exercises from this page, and always we are starting from the PT1, personal task 1. And there is several movies, YouTube movies, which are actually needed to go through. So when you start to work for the project, you have to activate your exercise environment. I show you a couple of minutes ahead. I will show you that. So there is several videos which are actually showing what you should do, and then you go through this material in the videos and you try out doing that exercise in your own environment. And your own environment is looking like this one. You will get own. I will change actually my different groups here. So this is group in English, so this is better fitting. So everyone who are participating this course will get own repository in GitLab, and this repository is your exercise foundation for your exercise. So if you look at inside your exercise repository, you will find that there is plenty of documents or some kind of files already, and that's the idea, that plenty of documents are needed for the certain document templates. For example, there is a short project plan. Project plan is actually the document which you are going to fulfill according your assignment. And all this information is provided in that assignment and background story when you are reading that through. So all information, you have to collect that and transform that as a part of this documentation. So when you are reading this document through, you can see that there is these all images. And this all is describing the place where you should fulfill your own understanding, and you will fulfill the story here according that there is all picture. So this is some kind of marking for you that now you have to act. You can make your updates and write over this template text here and fulfill with the data or information which you really need to describe. For example, what is the background for the project and what is the start point for that. So you have to figure out what is actually background and what is the start point. So this information is in your case study material. So you have to go through the material and figure out which things are actually needed here. There is some kind of images or diagrams also integrated inside the material, and you will learn that these are actually done by using a certain script language called plant UML, and it's integrated with markdown notation. So you will learn to update these pictures and images by using the certain kind of simple script language. And when you have done fulfilling all needed elements inside your project documents, there is a couple of big ones. This is the project plan, and there is another one which is very much in your under your eyes. You will work with a short requirement specification. You can see also here is several O's. But you have to fulfill these pictures and transfer them in order so they are defining your own project, which is described in this CodeMine assignment. CodeMines is your company where you are virtually working here in this course. So this is somehow abnormal at first, but when you catch the idea, then it's much smoother go through. But in this moment, I just give you a small hunch of the idea of the course. When you start to do the course, you have to be aware of this timing. And now it's the moment when we are setting up 2023 third slot. And if you are looking at the same movie or video in YouTube in a couple years later or whatever, it means that these same kind of slots are also implemented for your course. So it means that you have to check out when is the most best time slot for you, and you activate your working for the assignment for that specific time period. So when you are starting to work for the assignment, you have to get some time and be aware that you have to deliver your exercise during this time slot. Now we are in this moment, and we are activated this week this new time slot, and this is the period when you can fulfill and do your exercise and deliver it for review. Me as a trainer or coach, I will wait for you. I will support you every week, and I keep the Zoom sessions where we can discuss about your progress and find out solutions if you have some problems. And during that time, you will push forward your exercise, and when you have done that, you will give it for your review. I will check, or someone is checking that is it correct in a decent level, and when we can say that yes, this is accepted, then you have a possibility to join. Wait a moment. You have a possibility to join exam or essay part. So you have to deliver essay or join exam in exam studio, and then you get credits from the course. So you first do your assignment exercise and you deliver that. We check that, then we give you right to go forward and do exam or deliver essay. We check those. If those are correct, we can accept your and add credits in Peppi. So this time schedule here is just giving the hunch of what's going on in different years. Actually, there is a wrong year as you see. But anyway, the schedule for this spring here in 2023, it's starting now, and it will be the last day for the review of the exercises 1st of May, but be aware that you have a couple weeks, not so much left time for to do exam or deliver essay. So I prefer that you do your exercise much earlier. How you can start to work with this exercise? First thing is that you have to be enrolled for the course in Peppi. I will activate all students to be able to activate your own exercise GitLab repository, and it's according the Peppi. So if there is no any enrollment for the course, there is no chance to start up to do the exercise. You have to be active student of the course in Peppi. First thing what you have to do is read through this starting the studies. There is a very important thing is that you join Teams channel TTC2070. There we will be officially discussing about arrangements of the course during this time. So you have to be active on there. I won't send too much email if possible. Then you go and activate your assignment. So you have to fulfill forms questionnaire which is visible here. And you will add your values and answer your questions and make things here in order, and then you ask send this enrollment or supervision register. You send this activation request, and it will be sending you email that okay, now we are building you an exercise environment. So there is automatical flow which creates you all needed setups. You won't make any repository by yourself. You will get that by automation. But you will get also email about if things have gone okay. So if you won't get any message from the email, it means that something is odd and you have to make some arrangements. But anyway, there is a own video also what is needed. So this page actually here starting the studies is your information source. You have to go through that first. There can be old movies or videos. I will take them away little by little. I will update the pages and you will see that they are a little bit different, but I hope that you go through these materials. And if you have questions, you come to channel TTC2070 in Teams and ask your questions there. We will meet every week in certain days, and you will find a schedule and these Zoom sessions when they are. So now we are trying to keep the Finnish and English support in the same time slot, because I'm expecting that there is not so many English speakers. So I hope that you can join and ask your questions, and I try to support you there. But if we see that there's benefit that we just focus on some period of time, that okay, let's talk only English during this period, it's possible, but I have to see how things are starting up. I'm expecting about 20-25 people joining the sessions, if maximum, but let's see what happens. So the idea is that you will do your own studies by yourself. You will try to do things alone at first. And when you notice that this is insane or too difficult, or there is some kind of questions you cannot understand, please join Zoom session every week and I will help you forward. That's the way how we do it. This is called flipped learning. So it means that the student has to spend time with the study at first, and then you come to ask questions and we can figure out what is the problem and how to solve that. There is plenty of material, but there is also these exercises, and there is always movie or some kind of description around those. And if there is a link with the material, it's possible that you have to look at the material basics of project management. So you look at inside of introduction of project management, a little bit different, but anyway, the idea that you have to look at the material according when you are doing the exercise, and that's the idea of the course. You first do your exercise and ask that, can you check my exercise now, is it acceptable by trainer or coach? Okay, coach will check that out, and if it's okay, you will be getting a right to go for exam or deliver an essay. And when you have done that, then you are getting credits from the course, and we will record them in Peppi. So most important thing is for you that you come to ask questions. This course is not possible to do totally alone, but that's the way we are arranging this support every week, and you are able to control and understand a little bit better the material. There is plenty of things, but this is software development and project management course, so there is things what you have to make sure that understand those a little bit. Okay, this is my short introduction for this course, and I hope that you can a little bit understand, and most important for you is that you just start from the starting the studies and go through that page. And if there is some questions, then you look at when is the next session in a Zoom. I will go there and ask my questions there, or I ask some questions in the Teams, but I prefer the Zoom channel because then I can show you also what's going on. We have a Moodle, and Moodle is needed only for returning your essay or returning your exercise for checking. So we are doing this assessment of your exercise, that you just deliver the link in Moodle that this is my repository, can you check that? And as me as a trainer, I will check your repository and I will give you some feedback, or I just give some hints that okay, please join some Zoom session, let's look at together if there is some problems or things which you cannot understand immediately. So I hope that you understand this. This is actually the support in a way that you always every week can ask questions. There is no progress. You can be in an early phase or in an end phase of your exercise. We are keeping this session as equal for everyone as possible. So please join session in a Zoom, and then we can serve you, and you can go on and pass through the course. This is my short intro. Let's talk more if you join the info sessions. But this is the situation 2023, and if this is year 2024, whatever, same kind of things should be there. The time and schedule are updated, of course. Thank you. Bye.